Hey, what's up, non-jobbers? It's your friend Elliott, and I don't get to talk to you guys very often through these videos, and I don't update on YouTube very often simply because I'm busy. And it's not that I don't care for the non-job movement or campaign. In fact, every waking moment of every day I am heavily involved in this idea of non-jobs, and I'm busy making videos and creating products and writing emails and blog posts and updating Facebook on my fitness and philosophy non-job stuff, and I live this. I eat, sleep, breathe, and drink the non-job philosophy of earning a living only by doing what you love most, and through that inspiring other people to become a stronger version of themselves. When you take your heart's song and you bring it to other people through the modes of communication that we have available to us only today, this generation, what I mean by that is the internet, you bring light into other people's lives by sharing your ideas, sharing your art, sharing your service. And I'm probably most passionate about this idea, more so than a lot of the other things that I talk about on my other channels and in my emails and so on and so forth. But the thing is, I'm so heavily involved in it. I'm doing the thing every single day, all day long. And I set up this YouTube channel, this Facebook group, and the newsletter with you guys on it that I very rarely ever mail to, with the intention to share the framework and the inspiration that I have in order to help you, to show you just how powerful building a business like this will be, not just for your life, but for the people that you will impact through the sharing of your passions. So I want you to know that I'm with you, and I also want you to know how grateful and how much gratitude I have for the support you guys give one another. I make it into the Facebook group about once a week, and the support is tremendous. You guys are, I see a lot of you actually working, getting things done. Very rudimentary, and I'll get to that in a moment. You guys are, it's very surface, and you're just budding. And if you're wondering why the things aren't working the way you think they should work, it's because there are some critical key pieces missing from your character and then from your structure, the things that you guys are doing. And I'll talk to you about that in a moment. But I'm happy to see that you're acting courageously. You guys that are getting out there and making YouTube videos, making blogs, writing books, collaborating with one another, meeting in person, doing all the things that you can do in order to develop yourselves and to develop your businesses. And I'm proud of you. Every time I go in the Facebook group and I see that, I'm proud of you. And I want you to know that I'm here and that I see you. Now, I've made probably the most important YouTube video for this campaign already, and that is a non-job ladder video. It's a concept that very quickly receives nods. Yes, oh yes, that makes sense. Very profound. But in practice, very rarely gets done. And I even talked to some of you guys who are very talented in your craft, and you're very courageous in your ability to go out, but you're not fulfilling the obligation of working the first 3 rungs of your ladder, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the non-job ladder video. You're focused on making fancy websites, you're focused on creating products. That's not how it works, at least not in the model that I share with you guys. That's another model, and I'd be happy to share with you those models. But the non-job model that I shared with you begins with you putting yourself out there in such a way that you garner attention and ultimately influence. And that's the key word. I'll be talking a whole lot more about influence because it really boils down to that. What you are going to do in order to build your non-job service, it's a better way to describe it than by saying business, is through influence. Right? And like I said, I'll teach you more about that as time goes on. But This video is actually an invitation. It's an invitation for you to come and work with me in a workshop. I'm calling it a meetup because I feel that as the community grows and we get to see one another face to face, the support will be greater, the love will be shared, and things will move forward faster. It's really a workshop though. It's me picking apart the rudimentary businesses that you guys have already begun building. The action that you're taking has spawned action in me to come and want to help you. Right? And there's no other way I could say it. Plain and simple, there's shit that needs to get done and I need to show it to you. But through the videos, I can make 1,000 videos and you probably still won't get it done. Even through online communication, I'm just sharing ideas, and that's the difference, folks. The difference between what we do as experts in our field of interest through the internet and what happens when we meet someone in person is that through the internet I'm giving you ideas, I'm tickling your fancy, I'm getting you excited. But when I meet you in person, when you meet the person the people that you look to lead and inspire in person, there's a transfer of energy. Right? And that might sound real woo-woo or new agey or spiritual. The fact is that when you're in the presence of an individual who seeks to uplift you, their energy, the way they breathe, the way they look at you, the way they talk will inspire you, will give you impetus to rise up to their level. And I intend to put myself in your presence for that, in addition to showing you the pieces that need to be put together in order to make this thing work for you guys, because this is the wave of the future. If you don't figure this out, see, it's very nice, this idea of a non-job, right? You know, I get to do whatever I want, what I love, and make money. Yeah, that's cool, it's great, it's awesome. And that's the sexy part. But there are a few facts that are underlying that whole thing. And one of the facts is, if you don't figure this shit out, it might not be your generation, but the generation after is going to be in dire straits, because this is the way communication, interaction, business, commerce, influence is going to happen for maybe the next several hundred years. I don't know. I mean, things move so rapidly. But this idea of creating influence, sharing your inspiration and passion with other people, and understanding the mechanics of the internet in such a way that you can earn a living by doing so is not only an incredible power, but I believe is a must if you're to survive this new economy, which, you know, there are a lot of people sinking in this new economy. And this video, and my point here is not to brag, but I'm swimming pretty damn well right now. And it's simply because of the things that I want to share with you. That's the point of this non-job campaign, is because I'm generous. It might sound egotistical or whatever, you call it whatever it is. But the fact is, I want to help. I want to give this to you, right? It's burning holes in my pocket, and I want to make sure that I give it to you. So I've put together, like I said, I'm ranting today, just put together a workshop. It will be in Tampa, so you'll be coming out to Florida where I live. It's not too far from Tampa International Airport. I've set up a hotel, and we've got room for just a few people, right? I'm not holding this to be a convention or a large seminar. I just want a handful of people who are really on the brink of making something happen but need a little hand-holding and inspiration. And we're going to get together and do that. So all the information that you need with regard to coming down to Florida in June to do this thing, which you need to do. You know, if you, I went to deep debt trying to learn this shit, right? It depends on how bad you want this. You know, a lot of you guys, it's difficult because you don't have enough money right now to even buy hosting. But you need to do this. You need to get down here, and you need to come and allow me to pick apart what you're doing and inspire you to get this ball rolling, because I know that it won't take much for the shit to work for you. That's the thing. I can see your success better than you can see it. And by coming here to spend a few hours with me in Tampa with a group of your peers, I am confident will propel you miles and miles and miles ahead. Okay, so the other thing is, I'm not looking to get rich off of this. I didn't create the non-job campaign to get rich. I'm doing quite well with my fitness business, with my strength training videos and such. Right? I created this because I want to share it with you. So there is a charge. It will be a fairly reasonable price. Granted that I spent $10,000 on workshops, like I'm going to basically share with you, means that the value of what's going to happen here is high, but I'm not asking very much for it. I mean, in fact, it covers the hotel room and meals and stuff like that. So that's it. I love doing this. I love sharing. I love seeing people succeed in life, and business and lifestyle is one of those things that are a foundation. Earning a living is a foundation for everything else in our lives. You're not going to be fit, you're not going to be strong, you're not going to be smart if you're hungry and broke. So this is a very important thing for me to fulfill my obligation or my mission in life, and it's to see you succeed. I love this. And that's it. So once again, I appreciate having you guys here. I appreciate you listening to my lengthy rant today. And all the information that you need to get to this workshop, to this meetup that you need to be at, is down below. If you have any questions or concerns, type it up in the Facebook group, and I'll try my best to get to it.